Hello, folks of YouTube, so welcome back to Bridge to the Turnabout. We're in episode 5 of game 3, and oh my god. Back to the trial. I think we're seeing Larry. This is gonna be a little rough, but hey. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm not really sure what to say. Iris, we only have 20 minutes. There are 2 things which I need to ask you before we reconvene. Alright, I'll help you any way I can. First, about that night. You really didn't go to the inner temple, correct? Yo, what's up, Couch? Yes, it does. You know it does. How's it been? The last witness claims to have met and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or Sister Bikini is lying. Mr. Edgeworth, it is just as I said yesterday. Until the incident occurred, I was in my own room in Hazakura Temple. Alright. To refresh our memory, because I want to get this on the table, okay? During 1-2, I made some... During day 1-2... Portion 1-2 of 3-5, okay? We called some shots. First shot is that when Iris is saying, I didn't do it, she is referring to herself as Iris. This does not mean... This means, which I think I'm interpreting as one of 2 things. Either she has a form of dissociative identity disorder, and like Iris and Dahlia are separate halves of her personality, and Iris didn't do it, or there is literally another Hawthorne running around, and Dahlia is out there somewhere, and Iris means this. Either way, I think that she is not lying here, strictly speaking. That was one of the called shots. The more important called shot that I'm feeling increasingly confident about, and I could be wrong with this, I could very well be wrong, but I'm feeling increasingly confident about, is that Elise Donim is Misty Faye. And there's a very troubling conclusion to draw, but makes a lot of things make sense, and oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate it. And then also last time we had a less confident shot call, which was that Bikini is looking increasingly suspect, if the Elise and Misty theory is correct. She looks really bad because of her status as a branch family member who may have a grudge towards the main family, just given how these structures work. Anyway, so to recap, so I should have put the important Pepe Sylvia board for this. But the important thing here, I want to note here, is that Iris was in her own room. I think we should take that at face value. Very well. The second thing then. That night, the temple snowmobile was used in between the time Sister Bikini returned to the main hall and when she bore witness to the murder. Sometime between 10:30 and 11 p.m. that night. Were you the one who used the snowmobile? There's only one key for the snowmobile. The only person who could have used it was me. So it was you. But why? What made you go out to Dusky Bridge? I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. No! 5. It's gonna be 5. Iris, I can't tell you about that yet. Not until her safety is confirmed. Oh, interesting. So, her, I'm guessing here means Pearl. Huh. The safety of the Acolytes. The Acolyte, huh? Oh, that maybe Maya. Okay. Well, they're both Acolytes, so... We're assuming Maya. Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Elise Donim? No matter who or what may come, I could never take a life. As I thought, no psycholocks. Very well. It is my job to get to the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough. New Yoko Taro message after this? Yeah, let's go. Let's cue that one up. Court will now oh, right, this is not the other judge. This is the North Midwestern U.S. / Canadian judge. Yoko Taro. There's an anime coming out? From 2 days ago? What the heck? We'll check it out after, but okay. Wow, wild. Court will now reconvene. Ms. Von Karma, where is the witness? During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behavior in the gallery. Oh, God. Suspicious behavior. He was sketching something very intensely. Dare I ask what the witness was sketching when he was detained? He drew a terrifying woman, armed with... Sorry, I was doing address still. He drew a terrifying woman, armed with a demonic face and a vicious whip. I can only presume that his intent was to capture you. Anyway, it is time to drag this pathetic excuse for an artist before the court. Maurice Dono, I hope you're ready. Get in here. It would seem that whip is going to see plenty more use today. Oh, absolutely. Oh my god. Get him out of here. Ouch. Your sketch is in contempt of this court. Hey, I was just artistically rendering... Ouch. You tried to run away from the bailiff who was trying to hand out your subpoena, correct? Look, I'm nothing but a fledgling artist training out in the mountains. I'm only down here in the city because I ran out of green paint. Dude. Well, to use the technical term for the color, viridian. Larry, this isn't an art store now, is it? I know, I graduated junior high, okay? Look, art's all working in the fields, isn't it? Working in the fields? I presume you want to say field work, I hope. Yeah, that's it, thanks buddy. It's kind of sad that I was able to understand his mangled train wreck of a sentence. I just happened to stop in here and found a wonderful new model. So see, it had nothing to do with this trial at all. I expect all your faces to be red when you realize this mistake. Bright red. Or, to use the technical term, Crimson Lake. Ouch! Ouch, ouch, yes. Stop your pathetic blabbering and testify like a man. Refrain from whipping me, Miss Von Karma. Cross-whipping is as bad as cross-checking. I can't believe it. Witness, that was all your fault. Testify now. Oh, this is too much for me. Yeah. She graduated middle school. He knows what's up. Alright, what'd you see, Larry? Yeah, she just hit the judge, too. I was at that lodge out in the mountains looking up at the stars that night. I walked to the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either. The girl I was waiting for didn't show up. My teacher died on me. I'm all alone now, aren't I, edgy? Witness, please refrain from talking directly to the lawyers during your testimony. I'm just a nobody, nothing but a small, worthless man, aren't I? It's. I do feel bad for Larry. He's like an idiot, but he does. And why wasn't I asked for my name and occupation or anything else? Mr. Edgeworth, this man seems to have quite a severe inferiority complex. He's recently been the cause of numerous incidents. I think he's finally realized for himself just how much of a nuisance he has been to other people. Yeah, that's right. I'm behind everything, every case. Watch out, okay? Just touch me and make you internally unhappy. Well then, let us proceed with the cross-examination with no touching, thank you. We can delve into all the details at a later time. Incredible. What I saw. Okay.
Hold it!
Hold it. Whatever is the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? This one single statement is so full of contradictions. For a moment there, I thought I was going to collapse. The anime shows Edgeworth living at the Von Karmas and helping... Oh, wow. So, witness, any idea as to where these contradictions in your testimony lie? Depending on your answer, I may stay my whip. Okay, give me a minute. Well, it was snowing the night, so I couldn't possibly have seen the stars. That rundown shack is hardly a lodge, is it? And even if the stars could be seen, it's not like I was there to look at them, right? See, you can do it if you try. Ouch! There's only one issue here. What you saw at Dusky Bridge. I just... This is so good. This is so good. He thought he was gonna collapse. Okay, anyway. Man, it was good. Good bit. Okay. Okay, I walked the bridge a number of times. Let us see. Just how many times? A number of times. Just how many? Maybe 5 times? I went once every 20 minutes. Which means you spent almost 2 hours at Heavenly Hall that night. You bet. Real love's about waiting with your heart in your hands. Love, you say? It was this man's intention to summon the defendant to the small shack. Using this blackmail letter. Blackmail? No, it's simply a part of overbearing love. You huffy-puffy, loosey-goosey excuse for a whimpering, whining wuss of a witness. So, what did you see? I hope for your sake you saw a snowmobile. You huffy-puffy, loosey-goosey excuse for a whimpering, whining wuss of a witness, eh? Well, you see, being called those names doesn't seem to bother him at all. Edward's leaving dinner to his room, and the voice actor for Francisca giving a bitch script. Yes. Incredible. I didn't see a snowmobile. Larry, you really didn't see it. Hey, I don't need to hit your desk, I can hear you. I didn't see it. I didn't see a snowmobile. Larry, say snowmobile for me, please. Snowmobile? If you truly have nothing to hide, then why are you stammering like you just flew over a cuckoo's nest? Bizarre. Shut up. What is this? I don't know. Don't ask me. Seeming to stop for a more obvious contradiction. Gonna strike the blow that'll finally get him to spill the beans.
Hold it!
You didn't meet anyone at the bridge that night. That's Rex. I got nothing to do with this. And I'm just here to buy some Viridian paint, okay? Come on, I have to see those Crimson Light faces now. It would appear that simply Preston's not gonna be enough, Mr. Edgeworth. Indeed. Okay. Don't think that cost us any more time. A cuckoo, yeah. Okay, let's keep things moving along. I agree. Alright, looking at the stars that night. Let's see, let's look at the weather. I mean, we know that's a problem, right? Right off the bat. Oh, oops. I guess we already went over that, so that's not a real contradiction. I didn't see a snowmobile. Huh. What the tracks? Huh. I'm not sure where to start here. This is interesting. Who should he have seen at the bridge? Huh. Okay, so whoever's on the snowmobile you should have seen at the bridge. Huh. Should we... is Phoenix, maybe? Well, I guess no, because he... Was Larry there, or did... Was Larry out there when Phoenix went to the bridge? Larry Butts. I can understand why you might want to throw your old life away. You're pretty pathetic, and you cause all sorts of trouble. I'm sorry, but having realized just how much of a nuisance you have been, That could be considered a step in the right direction. Edgy, are you trying to console me? It certainly doesn't sound that way to me. However, I cannot forgive you for simply turning away from the incidents you create. Yo, let's go. Oh, you're totally pinning this on me. Now then, let us talk about the night of the murder. Sister Bikini, after seeing the murder take place, asked Phoenix Reich to report it. Thus, he headed for the public phone by the bridge. There, he happened across a certain nefarious individual. You, Larry Butts. That's right, me in the flesh. Listen carefully, witness. It doesn't matter if you change your name, so long as you remain pretty pathetic, you'll continue to cause these incidents. That reality will not change. But, what do you want me to do then? Larry, what you need to do change is your inner self, but for now. What you saw that night, testifying truthfully about this one issue is all I need from you. Edgy, I think I've finally woken up. Well, I guess I could still be sleeping. But anyway, I'll do it, I'll testify. Well, I'm not sure this will go especially well. I'll ask again, witness. What did you see on the night of the murder? Alright, what I saw part 2, here we go. I went to the shack around 9, so it would have been close about 10:30. I was lying under my bedding when a white flash almost blinded me. I thought the window and Dusky Bridge was on fire. There was still some thunder, but I went right away to check it out. That's when I ran into Nick. Okay. You certainly saw quite a lot, didn't you? So, what happened to the bridge after it caught on fire? It was like me after a 3-day stint chasing a girl. Totally burnt out, like almost totally gone. I mean, trying to cross the burning remains would cause Nick to fall. What did you say? Oh, don't worry, there's nothing left threatening. You just caught a cold. I never know what that meant, if he should be called lucky or unlucky. So true. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, please commence your cross-examination. Alright, here we go. Fascinating. Fascinating.
Hold it!
What did you do out there in the cold for an hour and a half? Well, if you really must know, I was busy being excited, I guess. Excited? Dare I even ask? Said the meantime is 10 p.m., right? But I couldn't wait and I thought you might come early, too. Well, it appears you didn't come at all in the end. Because they never arranged to meet in the first place, did they? Shut up! Don't picking my fond memories apart. Anyway, I was getting a little worried. I thought maybe Iris had lost her way, so every 20 minutes or so I went out to the bridge. But I didn't see anything particularly suspicious. Nothing else to do, so I'm back to the shack to wait for her. Around 10:30. Yep, there we go. White flash almost blinded me. This light was, of course, lightning, like kapow. Like a slap from Naomi, honestly. A big bada boom. Or a little like that. That's more like a punch from Miranda. Witness, did you actually see the lighting hit the bridge? Well, I was going to start with a flash of light, so... Seeing that, what did you do? What'd you think? I was burning up as well, from the fire in my heart. And that's why I wanted to go take a look at the bridge? Well, to be honest, it was freezing cold, so first I thought, forget it, I'm not leaving my covers. But it pretty much stopped snowing, so I don't know, I changed my mind. I'm not sure I care for the forget it attitude you had at first, witness.
Hold it!
You said right away. Exactly how long after the strike was that? Lightning fell and the bridge caught on fire, maybe around 5 minutes. I mean, I suddenly thought, I gotta go check this out. How far is the small shack you were in from the bridge? Hold on, well, pretty much stopped snowing. I guess about a 5-minute walk. And how did Dusky Bridge look when you got there? Like a recovered piece of my childhood. I mean, not even the bonfires kids made during school camping trips can compare. Well, she was pressing for more info. Yes. So you suddenly thought to check out the bridge. Does this mean you initially had no intention of doing so? Well, yeah, I guess it does. it was really cold. I didn't really want to go out there. If that's the case, why'd you change your mind? I'd like to hear your reasoning. Reasoning. Okay, here we go.
Hold it!
Okay. Thought I'd never get a chance to see something this big burning, so you decided to go and see what was happening. That's right, we're talking about a massive suspension bridge burned to high heaven. That's not something you get to see every day, a real specule, like, really special? Can we really trust a witness who's unable to pronounce spectacle? Life seems to be love hitting this poor witness below the belt. Well, my motto is to hit life back as hard as I can. I'll give you a few hits too, if you like, with my whip. He told me about the burning bridge yesterday, but this doesn't quite fit. It looks like, despite his change of heart, Larry still isn't telling us the whole truth.
Hold it!
Man, I feel like I'm not on it yet.
Hold it!
This light was, of course, lightning. For how? Okay. Not that helpful.
Hold it!
Okay.
Hold it!
5 minutes. So why did he have to check it out? Larry, let me ask you one thing. Yo, what is it, Edgy? What's with the serious face? Why didn't you call anyone? Yeah, this is tough. Huh? What do you mean? Normally, when faced with a towering inferno, one would try and tell someone. There is a public phone right by Dusky Bridge, correct? Well, of course I thought of doing that. So let's hear why you didn't. Huh? Yeah, okay, a reason. My reason. It isn't that I didn't try to tell anyone, I just didn't have any time to, okay? What?
Hold it!
Arrived at the bridge and Nick shut up lost. You claim to have arrived at the bridge at the same time as right. Yeah. I thought I'd better tell someone about this. But then Nick came up yelling about murder. It totally made me forget about the bridge. I was pretty much out by then anyway. What's this feeling? I suddenly have a terrible case of unease. It was after contacting the police that Phoenix Wright fell from the bridge, correct? Yeah, that's pretty much it, more or less. Okay. Alright. I think the timing is bad now. I think now the timeline makes no sense. So lightning strikes at 10:45. He should have been there at 10:50. If that's what if he left 5 minutes after the strike. But that leaves us with 20 minutes unaccounted for, right? 25. So
Objection!
let's go. Your very existence being a contradiction. I'm not sure if you can grasp this or not. Yo, what the hey, AG? You maybe sound like some sort of alien. But your testimony is conclusively contradictory. The problem here is time. Yeah. Okay, we're back. We're back, folks. I've never been the best timekeeper, you know. It goes back to 1-1, folks. Back to 1-1. 3 minutes after Billy leaves on foot, you follow him on your bicycle. How long does it take for you to catch up with him? Terrible at those. This is much more simple. You saw the lightning strike Dusty Bridge and immediately went to see what happened. Is this correct? Yeah, well, at least at about 5 minutes, but more or less. I have the weather data from the night of the murder here. According to this, the lightning fell at 10:45 p.m. You say it takes less than 5 minutes from the shack to Dusky Bridge, meaning you probably got there around 11 p.m. That all sounds about right, I guess. And then Nick showed up and did his falling act. 15 minutes, buddy. That's impossible. What do you mean? 11 p.m. is when the murder occurred in Hazakura Temple. Thus, Wright was still there in the courtyard. There is no way that Larry could have encountered him at Dusky Bridge at that time. Excuse me, I have an objection. You do? Edgy, how many times have I to say this? I'm not Larry, I'm Maurice Donim. It has not been proven that the murder occurred at 11 p.m. Sister only said around 11. In which case, it could have been earlier than that. Now watch your footing there, Miss Francisca von Karma. The slope ahead is slippery. And clearly you don't own an air fryer. For there is still no way that Wright could have been at the bridge at 11 p.m. And why not? It's clearly written here on the data report. It took around 30 minutes for the bridge to burn out. Therefore, the bridge must have been burning till at least 11:15 p.m. Which means, what exactly? Wright did not see the bridge while it was being consumed by flames that night. In fact, he did not arrive on the scene until after the flames had died down. Larry, you arrived at the bridge at 11 p.m. But Wright didn't make it till at least 11:15. I suggest you to stop hiding things and just tell us the whole truth. Now then, what happened during these missing 15 minutes? I feel like I just got woken up by toilet splashback. Guess we're still sleeping after all that. What? Order! So there was a missing 15 minutes prior to meeting Phoenix Wright. I hardly see there's much of a problem. Yeah, no, it's a problem at all. Really? The bridge is burning before your eyes. There's a phone right next to it. Why then did you not report the accident? Yes, witness, why didn't you? Were you there simply to watch the bridge burn? And therein lies the problem. For even after the bridge had burnt out, he was still there. Staring into space, this witness didn't even attempt to fulfill his civic duty. That's what it sounds like. Ah, but this is Larry we're talking about, and even he isn't capable of being so stupid. Which means there has to be a reason for his inaction. Edgy. I think it's about time I got serious with you, dude. Yo, what? For real? Just as I thought you've been playing with us all this time. Listen, I'm gonna tell you everything. Are you sure you want to hear it all? Yes. I may really say it this time. Everything, then say it. Very well. I have a terribly bad feeling about this, however. Oh, God. Folks, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. And then we'll do this. And we're back. Thanks to patience. Let's get back to it. Alright, Larry is gonna reveal everything. Well, let's have the witness finally give us the whole truth. Now, for this 15-minute gap, what were you doing, witness? Part of me wants to believe that Larry is going to be serious for the first time in his life right now. Is that what's up, Larry? Is that what happened? Is that really what happened? I'm a donim, I'm an artist, what do you think I was doing? Sketching in front of the bridge, I was whipped up into a frenzy of art. The shock and awe I was feeling, it transferred all directly onto the page. Before I realized it, the flames had gone off and then he came running up. I suppose artists can be strange folk. That's right, I'm willing to sacrifice everything in order to draw the perfect sketch. Yeah, Larry, come on, man. Including the truth from the sound of it. Mr. Edgeworth, this has removed the last of your doubts. Not at all, Your Honor. One very large doubt still remains. And what would that be? This is a surprisingly believable story, especially considering the source. So why did he think he needed to hide it from us until now? I intend to drag the reason out of him. Ha ha ha, you'll regret this, Edgy. It's probably damning towards Iris.
Hold it!
Tell us, Larry. My name is Laurice, get it right. Mistakes like that are gonna keep you being popular with the ladies like I am. And just who exactly are you? I'm Laurice Donim, apprentice extraordinaire. That's what he calls himself in any case. Then you are an artist? Of course, I'm an artist, the real thing. That's why I have this giant brush I hold at all times. Yet again, that's what he calls himself. Names mean nothing. There is only one issue which to discuss. What were you doing? It's a very big issue indeed.
Hold it!
Sketching. The burning bridge. The burning bridge and everything that came with it. What came with it? You want to hear this from my lips, do you, Edgy? You'll regret it. The sketch of mine is... yeah! Enough. Just take that sketch bridge out already, witness. What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. It does indeed appear to be the fastest solution. I'll leave it to you, Mr. Edgeworth. What should I do? Got a terrible feeling the instant the sketch is revealed. The entire world may be changed by what is depicted there. Okay, in case this is a bad end somehow, we're gonna save, but, has there ever been a case where asking for more info has actually penalized us permanently? No. Larry, I wonder if you could show us your sketch, please. Well, well. Even I couldn't have imagined it turned out like this. Imagine what? That Laurice Donim's debut would take place here today like this. Ouch! Show it now. Okay, but steel yourselves. This is the world of Laurice Donim. Well, so this is Dusky Bridge, correct? Quite a large bridge, isn't it? Your response, Ms. Von Karma. Yes, well, it's a better drawing than I expected. Isn't it? Isn't it? I struggled to reproduce those flames, I really did. Yeah, I'm sure you did. This is going to get ugly. No one has the courage to bring it up, it seems. So this is clearly Iris. Right? Maybe not. This mysterious flying object. Larry, what? The burning bridge is fine, but what is that unfortunate looking figure? You spotted that? I thought you might... How much I might want to ignore it, I can't. It's Iris, of course, Iris! I wish she'd take better care of herself. We have to plan for the future, you know. What would have happened to her if she'd injured herself flying like that? Larry, please, answer this next question honestly. Okay. Are you really claiming to have seen this? Are you claiming to have seen the silhouette of the defendants flying over a bridge that was engulfed in flames? Yep, that's what I saw. That's why I drew it. I'm an artist, a real artist. You, the girl, she's really high up in this picture. Huh? What was that for? This is all a bad dream. I was hitting you on the cheek to test that theory. Please whip your own cheek from now on if you wish to test your wild theories. Anyway, no court of law will ever acknowledge that people can fly. Actually, there is some precedent for this. In the clown case, she was flying pretty high, my sweet Iris. She was about 30 feet above the bridge at least. It was really something to see. This has to be some kind of mistake. Hold on. Do we know what this is? This is like, it looks like another suspension portion, right? Did it burn off? Here's a new theory, a zip line. From here to like here or something. Or from here to here or whatever. Zip line. Or a zip line maybe? Mr. Edward, please bring the witness back down to earth. What? Me? This witness is your friend, is he not? Accessory to foolishness. Miles Edgeworth. Let's get back to the cross-examination by force if necessary. Mr. Edward, I expect you to expose the obvious contradiction here. Yes, Your Honor. I got another reason to remember this moron. Well, what do you think of my debut piece? Get that thing away from me! Larry's sketch added to the clerk. A horrible sketch of what you saw that other. It wasn't that horrible, honestly. Hurry up and cross-examine him. Her white hood fluttering? Oh my god. Just where did you see the sight from? Hey, no need to shout. When I was lying in bed in the rundown shack, the crack of lightning that made me realize the bridge was burning. I just watched it a while from there, thinking how nicely it was burning. Then after about 5 minutes, I saw it. The defendant flying. That's right. I just had to go for the bridge. I see, that all makes sense. Aside from the sketch itself. Yes, the sketch doesn't make any sense. Oh, I understand. Hold on, I understand now. I think I might still be right about the zipline theory, but it's upside down, right? Letter was looking upside down. Right? Or no? Are the cables above or below the bridge? Do we have a photo of the bridge? Bang. Okay. You transferred everything directly onto the page, not the sketch here. Yep, sensational, isn't it? Or should that be scandalous? It put my mind at ease anyway. It did. That's right, the reason she didn't come to me even though I waited for her was because she was trapped at the other side of the bridge. Could it be that Iris undertook that dangerous, desperate flight in order to reach me? That's gotta be it. Alright, go me. Nice, ouch! Continue, please. So this is shoring up my theory that, again, she had a hood too. You forgot the passage of time to that extent, did you? Well, once I get caught up in something, I tend to forget everything else. That's true, he's always been that way. Guess no longer without, at least. Phoenix Wright appeared on the scene after 11:15. If he was withdrawing until then, that dispels all doubts. Aside from doubts of his humanity, eh? There's a big clue waiting for me in this cross-examination. A vital kernel of truth in here somewhere. Alright, well, let's take a quick save, and... Oh, so yeah, we can stop save skimming because we're at the end of part 2 of the trial, so... Larry, what did you really see that night? Not that I particularly care. And you're just not just being irresponsible. I drew exactly what I saw. I'll give you a whole $1 that it's the truth. If it truly is the case, then there's one thing we can say for certain. What might that be? The person who flew over the bridge could not have been the defendant Iris. What do you mean? I don't understand. A foolhardy folly of a foolish statement by an equally foolishly foolhardy fool. How exactly can you make this claim? Tell us, Larry. according to this picture, the individual whom you say you saw was wearing a hood, correct? Of course she was. That rundown shack is quite away from the bridge. Hojo told me that this floating angel was my Iris. The hood is my darling Iris, and Iris is my darling hood. What? It seems there are bigger fools in this world than the one at the defense's bench. Larry, there's something you need to be made aware of. On the night of the murder, Iris wasn't wearing her hood. She had given it to Wright as a gift. Are you going to change your story now? Perhaps suggest it was Wright who took flight. What are you talking about? I think you understand what I mean just fine. Why? Why did Nick have Iris's hood? What? Edgy, what's going on with Iris and Nick? Why you, Nick, you dog? Oh my god. I do believe this unbelievably mysterious sketch is destined to disappear, discredited and discarded straight into the garbage. Ha. Ha 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 ha. What is it now, witness? It feels like I've been waiting 25 years for this very day to come. What? Edgy. Today is the day I get to completely stupefy you. What? What's the meaning of your outburst, witness? I hate to have to do this, but I have some definitive evidence. Definitive? Evidence? Iris did indeed come flying over the burning bridge, and I, Maurice Donin, shall prove it. I didn't expect to ask this again, but we shall be needing your testimony once again. Tell us anything you know concerning the defendant as depicted in this sketch, and show us your evidence that your nightmare really was a reality. Okay, hope you're ready, Edgy. Because I'm gonna feed you a whopping serving of pain. You've been serving us a whopping serving of pain this whole time. Trust me. So true. Proof that Iris flew. Oh my god. When I reached Dusky Bridge, she was already gone. I was so worried, so I frantically searched over for her. Led to me finding a beautiful crystal sphere half buried in the snow. Oh my god. There's blood on it? I'm sure Iris was simply wearing a spare hood. After all, no one else could have lost a crystal sphere that night. What are you talking about? A crystal sphere? This one. Pretty, isn't it? But finders keepers. That sphere, where'd you find it? Let me see. Around here somewhere. Looks about right. And it was half buried in the snow. It had pretty much stopped snowing by then. But there was still some falling as I walked to the bridge. The court accepts this crystal sphere. That's mine, okay? I want it back afterward. There's something on it. Oh my, it's blood. What? Blood. Okay, so first of the theories being tested soon. Crystal sphere, could it be the diamond? Probably not, but hey, anything's possible. You ready, Edgy? By tomorrow morning you'll be calling me Master Larry. Hell with the sound of that, no one's gonna push me around anymore. Didn't you want to be called Maurice Donim only a few minutes ago? Yeah, he did. Okay, headache? Alright, here we go.
Hold it!
So you went to the burning bridge. That's right, to meet Iris. She actually flew to get to me. Least I could do is meet her halfway. But the defendant was not at the bridge when you got there, you say. I guess she went back to the temple. She's a girl after all. She must have wanted to look her best. It must be lovely to live in the fantasy land of Larry's mind. Actually, it's so depressing I can't even work out the energy to point. Man. Wow. So what'd you do next?
Hold it!
So you searched all over for her. She was flying pretty high, you know. I thought maybe she slipped on her landing and got hurt. Hey, more than possible. Also, when I headed out to the shack the first time I was snacking on a banana, I was pretty sure I threw the peel away somewhere around there, so you know. Can one guy really be this stupid? So, did you find any signs of the so-called landing? I don't really remember. Kept on falling over myself and kind of lost it for a while there. You fell over yourself? Yeah, the snow was deep and there was even a banana peel out there. Yup, there's stupid and then there's Larry Butts. The short of it is that you couldn't find any signs of her landing, correct? And then what happened next?
Hold it!
Half buried. It was sitting in the snow with a little gather on top of it. Very hard to spot, actually. I mean, it was dark out, too. I'm impressed. You did well to find it. No matter what you may think about me, when you look at me, I'm a pro. I'm a genius security guard. Used a pen light I borrowed from my company to help with the search, and it sparkled really brightly as if it was saying, "Here I am" to me. Oh, okay. It does indeed look very much like the crystal sphere on Alice's hood. But need to remind you she wasn't wearing a hood that night. Each nun is assigned their own hood, and they are assigned only one. I don't think about that, okay? And ours is special, alright, dude? Even if she did steal a spare hood, I'll forgive her. Getting us nowhere, our destination for the day, it seems. However, this crystal hood was found near the bridge, that's a fact. If it didn't come from a hood, where could it have come from? That is the question I aim to answer. Okay, well... let's press first, but then we know where this came from. Let me confirm this one last time, Larry. The reason you thought this was Iris are the hood and this crystal sphere, correct? That's right, my gut is never wrong. I met that old bikini the next morning, and her crystal sphere was still there safe and sound. Indeed. She was wearing it in this very room. She was wearing it in this very room earlier today. This case is gonna end without a fight. Exposing the obvious contradictions in these testimony will be easy. But I fear that all that awaits us are further mysteries. I agree. Alright. Alright, here we go. I disagree. Objection. Larry, that night there was someone who lost a crystal sphere. There was? Who? Who was this stupid idiot? Miss Elise Donim, the mentor to a stupid idiot. The victim? I have a photo of her here. And on the end of her staff, you can see a familiar looking crystal sphere. Hey, that's my photograph, give it back! A crystal sphere like that is quite easy to find. I have one just like it on my brooch. They look nothing alike. In any case, please take a look at this. This is the victim's staff found at the scene of the crime. Ah, the crystal sphere is gone. What? 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 What does this mean? If anyone jumped or flew across the bridge that night, it certainly was not Iris after all. She was not wearing a hood, and more importantly, the crystal sphere found at the landing site was not hers either. What to the fifth? That means the one who flew and dropped the sphere was the victim, Miss Elise Donim? A fool alongside another fool on a fool's errand to reach a foolish conclusion. First of all, this sketch, which I've heard to call a scribble, is ridiculous. People cannot fly, thus it is rejected. You can't do that, I saw it with my own two eyes. And this crystal sphere. This is nothing more than a red herring. You honestly believe that? Give it some thought, and I'm sure you'll realize it as well, Miles Edgeworth. Elise Donim was in her room on the night of the murder. There was no reason for her to go to Dusky Bridge. Therefore, this sphere cannot be related to this case, and that is all. There's blood on it. Miss Francisca von Karma. The only people who would accept the explanation are scatterbrains and clowns, and this is not 2-3. Why are you pointing at me? The victim's crystal bridge was found near the bridge. Crystal sphere was found near the bridge on the night of her murder. Yet you expect us to have nothing to do with this case. That crystal sphere was probably thrown away in the bridge after the murder. After the murder? There is blood on the sphere, isn't there? This naturally suggests that it was thrown away after the murder took place. Killer placed it there to throw the investigation off the scent, which is the exact same reason that he drew that ridiculous sketch. What? You mean I'm the killer? No, all joking aside, just when did this appear near the foot of the bridge? Unless it can be proven in some way, I refuse to believe this is related to the case. Which makes a valid point. There is no evidence that Elise Donim left Hazakura Temple that night. However, if somehow this crystal sphere can be proven to have been dropped before the victim was killed... Hoping we'd see like a staff mark on the ground next to the footsteps. Then this case may have transformed into something else entirely. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth. I want your final opinion on the disposition of this crystal sphere. Man, this has gone some places. If it is not related to the case and this witness who you called, well, I mean, nothing more than a monumental waste of time. Prepare yourself for some very appropriate punishment, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Can I prove it? Can I prove the crystal sphere was dropped before the murder took place? Oh, half covered in snow. Snow until 10:50. When did she die? I mean, can't even after, right? Because the snow. I think so. I think we can do it. Can I prove it? That isn't the issue. To simply prove it, that's the only option. That's what he'd do. That's the way that Phoenix Wright would do this. Oh. Your Honor, allow me to prove something to you. I will prove this crystal sphere is a vital link to solving this case. You'll do what? That look in your eyes. You remind me of Phoenix Wright when he's cornered. This is so cute. Oh my goodness. That should come as no surprise. Because right now, I am Phoenix Wright, and I am indeed cornered. I am Phoenix Wright. I order you to present your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Evidence that proves that the crystal sphere was indeed dropped before the murder. Alright. Hit him with the weather report again, folks. Please? Your response, Ms. Von Karma. Birds of a feather flock together. Are you familiar with this phrase? Miles Edgeworth. I think one such bird is calling for its fellow now. Go, go, Edgy, do it, prove it, win, win, win. His cheering. It's almost the ominous calls of ravens. One more chance, Your Honor. Can't turn back if they're coming all this way. What? Okay. Okay. That doesn't help at all. I'm fairly surprised by that. That the weather didn't work there. Her staff's not here, so I don't think this helps at all. Not in the photo, at least. We need to prove that the time of murder was after the orb being dropped. So the killer would have had to have, and so we have to be able to disprove the theory that the killer went from the courtyard to the bridge with the orb, right? That's sort of the inverse of what we're trying to do here. Can we prove that couldn't have happened? Can we prove that the killer could not have taken the orb to the bridge? Is it just this? Am I overthinking this? Maybe I'm like overthinking it. Is it just that if he found it at 11, there's no way they killed her, got to the bridge, dropped it off, left, and snow accumulated? Is that it really? Huh. We're gonna get some psycho locks in the next investigation, so if we burn it down here, that's okay. Okay, HP's getting burnt. Time of the murder, and when the crystal sphere was dropped. Time of the murder, crystal sphere dropped. Crystal sphere had to have been dropped first. Okay. I mean, I just don't know what else we have here. I mean, the staff itself, I don't think that really helps. I don't know why that would prove it more than the other factors here. I'm seeing nothing here. I mean, Amy Faye has an orb, but that's a different orb. I think the things that we have left are the staff itself and then the tracks photo. Huh. I swear to God, if it's the sphere, I'm gonna lose my mind. If, like, the line found half covered in snow is the operative part here, I'm gonna lose my mind. We'll keep trying now. I'm a little confusing. That's what he'd do. I'm gonna present the sphere. I'm gonna feel real dumb if this is the case. Oh my God. Yeah? Is that so? Is that how we're gonna play this? Capcom? You won't accept the weather report that indicates the same exact thing, but you'll accept the sphere itself in question? Unbelievable. Oh, at least I caught it before we were subjected to the truth here. But man, this crystal sphere was half buried in the snow, correct? That's right. If it hadn't stopped snowing, it would have been game over. Snow would have totally covered it. Wait, I'm having trouble with the melody there, Hydra. That's all I need to hear from you, Larry. Your testimony makes one thing quite clear. Comedy credits? Wait. Is it like Curb Your Enthusiasm, are you saying? What? That's something to mind right away, at least for me. When the crystal sphere was dropped. Excellent, yeah. That's what I'm feeling right now. Just very like what? What do you mean? So like again, another situation where like I clearly got owned by the mechanics. So I'll hold the L on that. But like in terms of the logic of the case, I feel good because like I identified the situation. I just couldn't figure out what the game wanted from me. When the crystal sphere was dropped, it was snowing, even if it was ever so slightly. It's snowing. On the other hand, let's look at the scene of the murder. As proven earlier today, there was no snow on the victim's body. That's why I submitted the weather report first. Oh my god. Ah. Therefore, the crystal sphere must have been dropped before the murder. Okay, I understand what they're saying. I understand. I wonder if they would have accepted the photo as well, actually. If that's the case, then I should have maybe gone to that. What? Order! 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 On the night of the murder, the victim did indeed go Dusky Bridge. And there, something occurred that caused the staff's crystal sphere to come loose. What could that have been? The sphere, there's some blood on it, isn't there? Allow me to raise a certain possibility at this junction. The real crime scene was near the foot of Dusky Bridge. The murder didn't take place in the temple courtyard? Well, only a fool would suggest such a foolish piece of absolute foolishness. Just who is the fool? And which part is so foolish, Ms. Von Karma? Have you made paying attention to me this whole time, Miles Edgeworth? The sister saw everything. She saw the victim being killed by the defendant in the Hugizaka Temple courtyard. No, she did not. That's not exactly true now, is it? To put it more precisely, what she saw was the murder weapon being removed from the victim's body. Corner kicked up, yeah. That's the same thing! No, it isn't. You said it yourself. Very little blood is actually lost in the blade's insertion. Most blood would come from when the blade is removed. If that statement is the truth, then Dusky Bridge could very easily be the scene of the murder. The murder weapon was not removed, thus there was no bleeding. You're forgetting one vital thing, Miles Edgeworth. At least Dono's body was found in Hizakura Temple. On foot, it takes 15 minutes to travel from Dusky Bridge to Hizakura Temple. You mean suggest that someone carried the body all that way? I've made it this far. The only place to take this is to the end. I just need to prove that my version of the events is actually perfectly plausible. Now, the defense is ready. We'd like to hear and have an explanation. Oh my god. This is an insane case. Easy clap. I think this explains the mystery tracks. On that snowy night, there is one way a body could have been moved. The snowmobile. Ah! As we know, the snowmobile was used that night. It was explained as having been used to dispose of the murder weapon, but it also could have been used to carry a body. Let's go! Order, order, order! This is completely unacceptable, Miles Edgeworth. You've dug yourself into your own grave. What do you mean? The only one who could have used the snowmobile was the defendant. She's the one with the body. Doesn't know what the final nail in your coffin? Heh. You're too late, Franziska von Karma. And in fact, the defense has proven something else entirely. We have shown that this case requires further investigation. What? Where was the victim Elise Donim really killed? If a body was moved, whatever for? And finally, just what does this image mean? Do you even need to think about that? Such a creature can never see the truth, let alone describe it. This witness certainly sits on one of the lowest possible branches of humanity. Jeez. However, he would never utter a lie that would hurt a girl with whom he's enamored. He drew this, so it is something that actually happened. The defense stands firm at this point. Edgy, thank you. That settles it then. I cannot give a verdict under these circumstances. Gah. Right, I seem to have fulfilled my part in this. It is just as I thought. Franziska von Karma, you make a wonderful partner. Excuse me? There was one reason, and one alone for me being here. To expose the doctors looking in this case and then to pass it on to Wright. Really? That's what this is all about? You could have told me that from the very beginning. You wouldn't have to Franziska look at me all Miles Edgeworth. I don't care what you were here to do. This was my chance to finally grind you under my heel. A shame that your chance seemed to have slipped you by. What a shame. Franzi! This is all your fault. Such a terrible witness. Oh, okay. I demand satisfaction. Oh my god. Did you kill Larry? I cannot believe the witness testimony relates to an actual event. However, there has to be some sort of answer to the questions it raises. Have his words here today been the truth or lies? Next time we gather in this courtroom. Those are the matters that shall be addressed. I am counting on thorough investigations by both the defense and the prosecution. Yeah, Larry is dead. Just get rid of that. Loading screen. With this, the rest is up to you, right? Court is now adjourned. To be continued. Oh my god, that was so good. Oh, great trial day. I don't think we've seen the end of Edgeworth and Franziska interacting here. I think the airport thing at the end of last time meant we needed to get some real conclusion with their stuff together. Get that sibling rivalry finally settled. But wow, a lot is happening. Elise being killed near the bridge. That's really shocking. We still don't know where Pearl is. Still don't know how Mai is doing. So, yeah. Horrifying. Horrifying. In any case, if you want to see more, make sure you catch up for the end of 3.5. Make sure you consider subscribing below to get more content from me, including the rest of the series, which you can find in the playlist above as well. It's already aired. Consider hitting the bell to make sure you find out more content. Make sure you find when I put up videos, and you hit the like button to help out the algorithm. Come by the stream, twitch.tv/SL_TV, Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. We stream live almost the whole week, so hopefully we'll see you live. Until next time, peace.